say seek my face, man, it's talking about our people keeping the commandments, man.
That's right.
But our people only think it's 10 commandments, man. Not realizing the Bible say that if we didn't keep the commandments, we would go into slavery on ships, man.
Bring it out.
The Bible say if we didn't keep the commandments, we would have yokes of iron around our neck. So you can roll up the window, but we know you can still hear us on this mic.
That's right.
So we've done our job, man. Give me Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 5, man. You can laugh all you want to. We ain't out here to play games with our people. We out here to tell you the truth, whether you like it, accept it, believe it or not. Read. Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 5. And whether they will hear, it say they, man, whether they will hear or read, or whether they will forbear, or whether they refuse. Read. For they are a rebellious house. This is how we know who the Israelites are, man. Because the Bible say our people rebellious, man. Hard-headed and stiff-necked, man. Read. Yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. When that sky crack, man, and everything that we telling you start coming to pass, you gonna realize who we are, man.
Bring it out.
You gonna realize what we've been out here teaching you from the beginning, man.
That's right.
When is our people gonna realize that Christ ain't coming back here to pass out no sweet potato pie, man?
Right.
The Lord ain't coming back here to give you no red roses, man.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, man, roses really smell like boo-boo, man.
That's right.
Give me Matthew 10 and 34, man. How you doing, sister? You believe in the Bible? Did you know the Bible prophesied that we would go into slavery on ships if we didn't keep God's commandments?
Bring it out.
You ain't know that. Come talk to us for a minute. All right. Read that real quick.
St. Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Christ said, don't even think within your mind that he come to send peace on earth, man.
Right.
Christ did not come to the earth to tell you that everything was peaches and cream, man.
All right.
He came to tell you to repent, man.
That's right.
And stop being the devil, man.
Right.
Read.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I am not come to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
It say he come to set a man against his father, man. Because at the end of the day, everybody, it ain't meant for them to hear this truth, man.
That's right.
It's only meant for the elect, man.
Right.
The Bible say my sheep hear my voice, man.
Right.
And the voice of the shepherd is this Bible, man.
Bring it out.
Whether our people believe it or not, man, we have a duty to return back to the Lord, man.
That's right.
In spirit and in truth, man.
Right.
Give me John chapter 10 and verse 1. And you an Israelite according to the Bible, man.
That's right.
We not black because black is just a color. The term African American, it was stamped on us by Jesse Jackson.
Right.
But before that, we was Afro Americans.
That's right.
Before that, we was colored and Negroes and niggas. Who are we, man?
Right.
The Bible tells us that we are the Israelites. The Bible prophesied if we didn't keep God's commandments, we would go into slavery on ships, man. Who did this happen to? It ain't happened to nobody but you so-called blacks and you so-called Hispanics whose fathers are of Negroid and Indian descent, man. When you get off those slave ships, read.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Did that happen to us? So what we reading in the Bible is saying that if the Israelites didn't keep the commandments, they would be cursed. They would be cursed in the city. They would be in the bottom of society. They would be out there picking cotton. They would be cursed in the field. Their sons and daughters would be sold. They would have yokes on around their neck. They would have to get everything from their enemy, from their oppressor. They would go into the house of bondage with ships and be sold to their enemies. Who is this sounding like? It sounded like we the Israelites according to the Bible. No, we good on that. So you have to ask yourself a question. If the Bible is saying all this stuff happened because we didn't keep the commandments, what do we need to do as a people? Give me Zephaniah 2 and 1. But do we come together under being Muslim? No. Do we come together under being Christians? No. No. We have to come together under a race, being a nationality. Black is not a nationality. It ain't a land called black. It ain't a language called black. Let me ask you a question. When you think about the Chinese, where are the Chinese from? Where are the Chinese from? China. When you think about the Japanese, where they from? Japan. When you think about the Egyptian, where they from? Egypt. When you think about the Ethiopian, where they from? Ethiopia. When you think about the Nigerian, where they from? Nigeria. When you think about the Kenyan, where they from? Kenya. When you think about the Negro, where they from? We just named Nigerians, Kenyans, Egyptians. That's all in Africa, ain't it? So where's the land of Negro? It's not one. Where's the land of black? It's not one. Where's the land of Africa America? See, the reason why we don't know this is because the Bible prophesied this, that if we didn't keep God's commandments, we would lose our nationality. Jeremiah 17:4. What we're showing you is that these things is all a part of us not doing what this Bible say, man. This Bible ain't got nothing to do with religion. What we doing is we directly reading to you the stuff that happened to us out the book. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself,
Meaning even you, read,
shall discontinue
shall be cut off, read.
from thine heritage.
You're going to be cut off from your heritage. What language did we speak when we got off the slave ships? See, we've been discontinued from that. You see what I'm saying? What foods did we eat? Did we eat Cheerios and French fries? Nah, we don't know. We've been discontinued. Read it again.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Who did that sound like? When we was on the west coast of Africa, did we know anything about this land that we in? No, we didn't. Bro, we got books that prove that, books that was written by actual slaves that say that when before we came over here as slaves, they was practicing the customs of this book. They was keeping the Passover. They was practicing circumcision and everything that the Bible teaches. But then when we came over here, guess what they done? When you see the movie Roots and you see them whipping him until he said that his name was Toby. That ain't really what happened, man. They was whipping that brother until he said that he was no longer an Israelite, according to this Bible. Because let me tell you this. Give me that in, what's that, Judah 5:24 or something like that. When we read this book, it prophesied if we didn't keep the commandments, all that stuff will happen to us. It happened. We also read this book that if we keep the commandments, we will be blessed. So we always want to know what's the solution to our problem. It's to return back to keeping these commandments, man. Read it.
The book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
the so-called blacks and Hispanics, read.
and they sin against their God,
If we break God's commandments, read.
let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
This shall be their ruin, man. What you gonna come to find out, the more that you study this, is when the Egyptians were in power, we were the slaves there. When the Assyrians were in power, we was the slaves. When the Persians were in power, our people was the slaves there. When the Greeks was in power, our people was the slaves. When the Romans were in power, our people was the slaves. When the Babylonians was in rulership, our people was the slaves. Here in America, our people was the slaves. During the sub-Saharan slave trade, those was our people that were the slaves. Why don't we realize that in every major civilization, our people have been the slaves there? It's because we continue to break God's commandments and we continue to not realize that it's a consequence for us doing so, man. So y'all got our flyer, man. We got all our info. We got our website on there. We got our number on there. Man, we teach this. We live by this, bro.
That's right.
All right, y'all.
We don't want to hear nothing. We don't want to learn. The so-called white man kept us from reading.
Oh, God went to redeem our people to himself. God redeemed us to be a special people.
Brother, let me ask you something. All our life in this land right here.
All right, shalom. Most High Christ bless. Happy Sabbath.
Strangers with the border, trying to get the living water. Hate camps you out of order when we trying to move forward. We don't need all the foolery, cars and the jewelry. This word ain't nothing new to me. Changing like it's